Hello everyone, and welcome back to Calmlands. This is the multiplayer co-op with Nordic farming, and we've reached episode number 31. That's right, we are back at Calmlands. Nordic and I have taken a little break from Calmlands because we've been busy doing the projects at Silver Run Forest as part of the Platinum expansion, Platinum DLC. So yeah, we've done all of the projects over there, the roller coaster and the boat building. And we've come back to Calmlands with an extra 1.3 million because we've made quite a bit of money whilst we were over there. So we've taken that out of Silver Run and pumped it into Calmlands. So yeah, we are ready to expand Calmlands and return to it for the next part of the series. First things first, Nordic and I are going to tend to the animals. The cows, pigs and chickens all need some feed and some tender loving care. I'm going to be seeing to the pigs. Pig farm's just down here on the right, and in one of our previous sessions we set up the pig food factory, and that's been busy processing, and I think we've got about 17,000 litres of pig food. So I'm going to head on down to our productions area, grab some pig food and bring that back for the pigs, keep them nice and happy. So good to be back in Calmlands. And I'm down by the production area now, which in the last couple of sessions we were busy expanding. This is the pig food factory just here on the right. So I'm going to head on underneath here and we should be able to pick up some pig food. There we go, the pig food is going in. I think we've got about 17,000 litres. That's pretty good. And we've got a donut factory ahead in the distance. And that's been busy making some donuts as well. I think that was the last thing we got set up before we left for Silver Run. And that's being fed by the sugar factory, which again is ahead of me now, that older building. That's got sugar beets in and is making sugar. And then the flour mill just near the water. And then to the right we've got our little pallet distribution centre, which is making sure that all of our productions are kept well replenished. Now unfortunately our first day back on Calmlands, it is a rainy morning, but that is looking to clear around midday. So after tending to the animals and getting them back and happy, Nordica and I are going to drill, we're going to drill canola into Hitman Field, which we ploughed in the previous session with our trucks, the MAN agri truck that I'm in and the Tatra Phoenix that we've had for quite a while now. And we use the big John Deere ploughs to do that. So that's ready for us to drill, and we are going to drill canola because canola is the last ingredient that we need in order to make mineral feed, and we can make that at the pig food factory as well. So we're going to drill canola, and once we're done with that, it should be around midday when the rain is set to subside. And then because we've now got a rather nice cash injection, we're going to be buying some new harvesters. And that's going to help us with the soybean field, which is cow farm field, which is now ready to harvest. So it's going to be an exciting afternoon, I think. Right, we made it to the pig farm, so we can swivel around and get this pig food dropped off into the pig food hopper. In it goes. So we've got quite a number of pigs now, and if we take a little look, the pig food has evenly distributed itself across the needs of food. So base food, which is something like sorghum or corn, grain, which is like barley or wheat, protein, which is soybeans, and then the root crop, which is potatoes or sugar beet. So they are looking pretty good, and they've got a good enough amount of water as well. So I think that's all we need to do for the pigs. So let's get the truck back and parked up and check in on how Nordic's doing with the cows and the chickens. Right, that's the trailer back and dropped off. We can park up the MAN agri truck and head over to the tractors and get our seed drills ready. So you recall that this is Farmyard Field, and that is now joined up with Hitman Field, which goes all the way down here. And yeah, we merged those together last time with the trucks and the ploughs. So we are going to put canola in this newly extended field. Probably got to come up with a new name for it now. Yep, this is what it looks like. It is the old Hitman Field now merged in with Farmyard Field. Back at the farmyard, and it's good to see the old New Hollands here. So we're going to hop in the older Genesis and grab the seed drill. I'll grab the first Vaderstad seed drill, and we need to get that topped up with seed. Right, that's replenished, and we'll switch it over to canola so we're all nice and ready. Wow, this tractor has quite an interesting windscreen wiper. It's dancing around all over the place. First tractor and drill ready. And now the second tractor is here and ready. Nordic is waiting. He's finished feeding the cows and the chickens, and they've had a good amount of water as well. We're going to let Nordic go in the nice T8 because quite fond of the old Genesis. It does look quite wise and mature in its age. Right, let's get started up. Canola is selected, and we can get to drilling. And there we go. That's our new an improved and increased in size hitman field, or farmyard field, whichever we want to call it. Now all drilled with canola. And that canola is going to go towards our mineral feed once it's ready. We might have quite a lot, so we might have to sell some as well. And next it's going to be on to our soybean harvest, which is in the cow farm field. And the rain has now subsided, so we should have a nice period of dryness to come along and harvest that soybean. But before we do, Nordic and I are going to be making some new rather large purchases. 2 new harvesters, and we'll be selling the old case axial flows. But yeah, be interesting to see what we end up with, and I'm sure it's going to be a nice and welcomed increase in working width and size. Yeah, the soybean is ready on the left hand side, but the tractor is looking pretty filthy, so we better get this back and washed up and parked away so we can crack on with the harvesting. Give this a nice wash. That's looking much better. And the Vaderstad too. Right, that's everything washed, serviced, refueled and put back. So let's go jump in a harvester and we can get that over to the dealership to sell it and purchase our new, much bigger harvesters. There we go, we've got the headers. So let's wagons roll to the dealership and get these sold. I think these harvesters have done us proud in the time we've had them. Nearly at the dealership, and our cornfield is looking pretty good up the top of the hill. Right, let's turn into the dealership, and it is a bit of a bittersweet moment selling our case axial flow harvesters. They have served us very well on Calm Farm for now, but it's time to upgrade and get bigger. So here we go. Nordic has been busy purchasing the harvester, and we've got 2 of them, and it is the New Holland CR10.90, and it's got the tracks on the front, and we've got the 45-foot New Holland Draper header to go with it. So it's been an expensive outlay. And that's not the only purchases we're going to be making today. There is this Class Xerion on sale, which Nordic has just bought. 244,000. Fantastic, look at this beast. And it is the Class Xerion 5000. Wow, look at that. That's the sort of tractor we need for the pulling power of the ploughs, and also our new slurry spreader, which we used last time. So let's hop in the harvesters and get them all ready to go and harvest the soybeans. Cool, the cab is looking pretty funky, nice and modern. And this harvester has a foldable pipe and a foldable hopper, and it's got a pretty decent capacity on it, so that's going to suit us well. Right, let's get the beacons on. Nordic is picking up his header. And yeah, the capacity is around 14,000 litres, I think, in the hopper. So now we've got bigger fields, that's going to work out much better for working the land and not having to unload as often. Right, so we'll just pull up here, unhitch the Draper header. There we go, that's looking a bit better. And we can swivel round and pick up the brand new header, and we can get the harvester unfolded whilst we are here. That's going to open the hopper and the pipe out. Fantastic. And we can get the header attached and also fold that up. Perfect. Right, I'm just going to hop and get the truck. Right, that's the truck and trailer. Let's get that near the field so we've got somewhere to unload where we can. There we go, we'll just park here, open up the cover and switch off. Right, time to hop in the harvesters and get rolling. And it'll be interesting to see how we get on in this harvest. Let's beacon off, get fired up, and away we go. And there we go, unloading the last bits of soybean. Only a quick unload because there was just a little strip left. But that is the field all harvested, and safe to say that our New Holland harvesters have done a fantastic job. It really has made it quite a quick process. So we can get the header dropped off, swing around and pick it up nice and easy. I do love this header for that reason, that it's got its own built-in trailer, so it makes it nice and easy for transportation and logistics. There we go. Right, that's attached, beacon's on. Let's get back to the yard and parked up, and then we'll have to stash the soybeans in the silo, and we're going to store the soybeans because we will look to sell them when the best sell price comes along in June. Right, there's no fancy place for us to park these harvesters unfortunately, or the headers, because we are running out of shed space and yard space, but we will drop the header off here next to where Nordic's dropped his. And I've completely forgotten that I do need to fold up the harvester, put the pipe in and the hopper closed. Yeah, we'll drop the harvesters over here, but the plan is that once we have harvested the sunflowers in one of our latest fields just there next to the yard, we are going to expand the yard because it very much needs it. So the day is finished. After returning to Calmlands from Silver Run, we had to tend to our animals, and then we drilled canola in the new extended Hitman field, and then we sold our old case axial flow harvesters to buy these New Hollands, and we harvested up the soybeans in Cow Farm field, which is fantastic. So yeah, it's been a really fun return to Calmlands, and look forward to carrying this on with Nordic. Hope you have enjoyed watching. If you have, remember to drop a like and a subscribe. And if you've got any tips, tricks or things you'd like us to do, then feel free to leave a comment. Check out Nordic's channel for his perspective of today's session. But all there's left to say is, hope to see you again next time on Calmlands, and until then, we'll catch you later. Cheers all, and bye bye.